Having already secured the regular season Gulf South Conference Championship, the Delta State men's basketball team finished up the regular season here at Walter Sillars Coliseum. The Statesmen beat the Blazers of Valdosta State, but fell to the Argos of West Florida. Hopefully that's just motivation for the Gulf South Conference tournament. Let's see some highlights. The Delta State Alumni Association held Bolivar County Alumni Night at the Coliseum, so a great turnout for the game against Valdosta State on Thursday, February 27th. A few minutes gone from the first half here, big Willie Reedus takes the bounce pass at the top of the key, drives all the way and lays in the score. It's 9-2 Delta State early on. Later on, Valdosta State picked it up and overtook the lead. Devin Schmidt cuts into that when he scores in the paint. Statesmen down 2. Down 3 now with about a minute to go in the half. Cornell Knight drives, kicks that to Jack Magin, open in the corner. He nails the 3. We're all tied up at 26. Valdosta hits 2 free throws and is up 28-26 at the break. Second half highlights. Zelvin Smith on the block, gets a handle and scores. Delta State down 42-41. Another three-pointer coming from Jack Magin. Just like that, Statesmen are back on top 44-42. Momentum swinging when Magin feeds Smith later on. Zelvin's turnaround jumper gives Delta State an 11-point lead. Smith finished with a career-high 16 points. Delta State beats Valdosta State 72-57.
I thought the best thing about Valdosta and Zelvin was the energy he brought to our team that night. He was everywhere. I mean, he did a great job defensively. He was blocking shots, he was rebounding, he was blocking out. He was taking charges on the offensive end. He was active. He was running the floor. He was getting himself in a position to score and to help teammates score.
The stat lines were very similar between Delta State and Valdosta, and the game was close up until there was about 10 minutes left. A few keys were DSU out-rebounding its opponent 48-34 and shooting 89% from the free throw line to Valdosta's 44%.
We faced a very determined and very good Valdosta team, and it was a hard-fought game. I really thought both teams played extremely hard, and I was really proud of our team to find a way to put ourselves in a position to not only manage the closing minutes, but to win the game, obviously, most importantly.
Some Make-A-Wish kids on hand Saturday, March 1st for the game against West Florida. Also, Senior Day, when Cornell Knight, Mike Washington, Willie Reedus, Mike Weems, Bobby Wallace, and manager Eric White were honored. The Argos definitely came to play. West Florida jumps out to a big lead quickly in the first half. Devin Schmidt drains a 3 here, but the Statesmen are down 20-8 with 11 minutes to go. Zelvin Smith takes the pass at the foul line, spins inside, lays it in. Delta clawing back, still down 25-19. Willie Reedus comes flying through looking to score. Mike Washington there to pull down the rebound. Power dribble, another spin move for the bucket. Statesmen trail by 4, and at halftime, West Florida leads 36-31. Second half now, Schmidt to Smith. Turnaround jumper is on the mark. Argos still leading 50-46 with 10 minutes to go. Reedus using his muscle just outside the paint, shakes off defenders, cuts it to a 1-point game, 55-54. With about 6 minutes to play, Jack Magin takes a steal to the house. Statesmen take the lead 56-55. Unfortunately, there is no come-from-behind victory for Delta State. West Florida pulls off the upset 67-61. When you ask head coach Jim Boone the question, what happened, he's not quite sure, but he knows how to fix it.
I wish I knew. You know, I met with our team about it, kind of showing them video of what we did and did not do. And, you know, I don't know. It's easy to say, well, we're ready to get to Birmingham. We're ready to play the tournament. It's easy to say it was Senior Day, so there were a lot of distractions with family and friends and people that are important to us, but at times will tend to take you out of your normal routine. Could we have taken West Florida for granted? Possibly. So what I do know is this. On Thursday night, we will not take West Florida for granted. On Thursday night, the mental edge will be with us. And on Thursday night, finally, in our tournament, I know our team will be ready to play for 40 minutes.
In just his second year, Coach Boone inherited some of the seniors that were recognized, but he also recruited some. Either way, it's a special group.
Well, first of all, as people, they've been absolutely tremendous. You know, we're so fortunate. Yes, we go out of our way to try to recruit really good people that are going to fit the culture of both our basketball program and Delta State University. Sometimes you make mistakes, and it's you got to get a little bit lucky. And we are extremely lucky and extremely blessed with this group.
Next up, the Statesmen have about 3 days to prepare for the Gulf South Conference tournament.
Can't wait to get there. I think actually we were probably prematurely ready for the tournament. But our guys are excited and we're excited, and it's I think we're very focused in on the task at hand. We understand that it is a process. You know, the condition in tournament play is not to look at the next round, to focus on the first one that we have. And so right now everything we have is geared at that first game on Thursday night with West Florida.
As the #1 seed, DSU plays, wait for the irony, 8 seed West Florida. That will be the final game on the first day of the tournament, Thursday, March 6th. Tip-off is set for 7:30 p.m. For GoStatesmen.com, I'm Katie Smith.
North Sunflower Medical Center in Rouville is proud to announce the addition of board-certified orthopedic surgeon Dr. Wayne Dotson to our team. An orthopedic surgeon treats musculoskeletal trauma, skeletal disease, and sports injuries using both surgical and non-surgical techniques, including joint replacement, arthroscopic surgery, and more. Dr. Dotson has extensive experience in the Delta and beyond, using the latest in surgical techniques when needed to ensure a healthy and speedy recovery. Call or have your provider refer you to Dr. Wayne Dotson for a consultation and find out why more people are saying, "Take me to Rouville."
As an economist, I meet with many business leaders who just don't understand the true cost of documents. Unmanaged fleets, dysfunctional workflow, it's chaos. It's profit-killing chaos.
Mississippi-owned and operated, the Image Specialist in Southern Duplicating is Mississippi's only full-line Kyocera dealer. Kyocera's full-line copiers, printer, and faxes offer robust work solutions while offering industry-leading lowest total cost of ownership. Offering rental, leasing, and purchasing options, let the Image Specialist in Southern Duplicating help grow your business. Abraham's, in historic downtown Cleveland, has clothed the Delta since 1979. Shirts, sweaters, and khakis by Southern Tide and Polo are favorites on all college campuses. Costa sunglasses with mountain khakis and jeans by Big Star, True Religion, and Silver. Abraham's has a large assortment of the North Face and Patagonia outerwear for men, women, and children. Cole Haan and Tom shoes, plus the finest tie collection in Mississippi. Team up with dress shirts by Polo and Ike Behar. Abraham's carries a large inventory of fine suits and sport coats by Ralph Lauren, S. Cohen, and Abraham's own private label. Abraham's in historic downtown Cleveland.
Millions of people grow up in a family of immigrants. But not everyone stops at nothing to reach their dream. Even fewer have the patience, passion, and perseverance to achieve success. A dream is for those who sleep. I live mine. I'm Pitbull, and I'm one of a kind. Darling.
The 2013-2014 regular season for the Delta State women's basketball team is officially over. The Lady Statesmen won the regular season Gulf South Conference Championship and finished up games here at home playing Valdosta State and West Florida in the final series at Walter Sillars Coliseum. Let's see some highlights. Thursday, February 27th was Bolivar County Alumni Night, so Delta State had a nice crowd for the game against the Blazers. Check out the very first points of the game here. Chelsea Rhodes with a quick three. Beautiful shot. Lady Statesmen never trail in this one. We are halfway through the first half now. Shanae Govan with another assist. This one to Anissa Jackson with a short jumper with 11-7 DSU. Maisha Stewart passes inside to Seneca Walton. She gets control, looks over her shoulder to make the bucket. 18-10 now. Randy Ball challenges her defender, drives on her, goes to the hoop for the score. At halftime, the Lady Statesmen have a 9-point lead. So into the second half now, 11 minutes left in the game. Jackson has a great night going. She goes inside, banks in the score. It's 47-33 Delta State. Chadisty Hickman sees Walton get inside the defender. Perfect pass, quick score, 56-37 now. Jackson way out in front of everyone else to score. Lady Statesmen beat Valdosta State 68-43 as Jackson records a career-high 12 points. We've seen some great play from the DSU bench this year.
Yeah, I mean, we need to. You know, when you probably can play about 30 minutes well during a game. So, you know, you need 10 minutes of rest. You need bench people to come in and not only, you know, keep the score where it is, but hopefully make a push and bring some energy to it. And I thought everyone that's come off the bench has done that.
Saturday, March 1st was Senior Day, a chance to honor Chadesty Hickman, Shanae Govan, injured Aubrey Ray, and manager Brittany Holmes before the game, plus Make-A-Wish kids on hand, so there was a great atmosphere going at Sillers Coliseum. Delta State looking for revenge in this one. West Florida beat the Lady Statesmen at the end of January in Pensacola, 65-58. We'll kick it off about 10 minutes into the first half. Anissa Jackson drives pretty much untouched for the score. Delta State leads 17-11. Off a miss here, Maisha Stewart grabs the rebound, throws up the putback. Lady Statesmen now up by 8. Another rebound and score here. It's Randy Ball scoring in the paint this time, 25-17, DSU leading. And the Lady Statesmen are up 34-29 at the break, so into the second half we go. Ball open at the foul line for the jumper. She had 17 points and 11 rebounds. DSU up 43-38. West Florida fights back into this game, ties it up at 47. Govan hits a long jumper from the corner. Delta is back on top. Govan passes out to Ball this time. She waits out the defense, then scores. And from there on, it's an absolute defensive battle to the end. Neither team scores a field goal in the final 5 minutes. This one ends on foul shots. Delta State holds on for the win over West Florida, 56-54.
You know, they missed some shots underneath that they may hit the next time we played them, but, you know, we've done a great job this year defensively. You know, statistically, I think we are #1 in the country in points per game allowed. And just it seems like when we need a stop, we can get one. I hope that continues. But our girls our players give great effort, great effort.
Heading into the Gulf South Conference tournament, this game ended up being the #1 seed versus the #2 seed, and a great bounce-back win for the Lady Statesmen.
We looked at the stats at halftime, and they did not have any second chance points, and they had 20 down there. So that was a big reason why we had a lead. And they got a little aggressive at the end and got some basketballs they shouldn't have, and we got to be able to carry that for 40 minutes, keeping people off the boards.
It also ended up being one of those games where shots just don't fall like you want them to. DSU missed a couple of free throws that could have sealed the game, giving fans a mini heart attack at the end.
Well, you would like to be able to hit some free throws, and you know, all of them are at the free throw line, do a great job of shooting free throws. They make them in practice, they make them in games. It just rimmed in and out tonight, and we'll continue to work on it and hopefully make them the next game.
As the #1 seed in the GSC tournament, the Lady Statesmen are riding a 5-game win streak, which is always a confidence booster.
We want to be as confident as possible on offense, and defensively we want to try to get stops like we've done the last few games.
With tournament games starting Thursday, head coach Dave Midlick says his team is ready.
Without a doubt. You know, we got to look at this tape. We got to look at the past few tapes. Usually tournament time is how you execute in half-court offense, and if you can defend against some pretty good teams, and so we'll scout as best we can. We'll be as rested as possible and give the teams our best shot down in Birmingham.
The Delta State women went 22-4 overall in the regular season, 17-3 in the GSC, and it all just flew by.
It does. When you look at the schedule and realize it's early November and you write all those games down, it seems like a long season, and then 4 months goes by quickly when you're busy, when you're trying to prepare the team, when the team's working hard. But, you know, it's the exciting time of year for a basketball team, early March.
As the #1 seed in the Gulf South Conference tournament, the Lady Statesmen will play #8 West Alabama on the first day of the tournament, Thursday, March 6th. It's actually the first game of the tournament, and tip-off is scheduled for 12:30 in the afternoon. The tournament is held at Samford University in Birmingham. For GoStatesmen.com, I'm Katie Smith.
As an economist, I meet with many business leaders who just don't understand the true cost of documents. Unmanaged fleets, dysfunctional workflow, it's chaos. It's profit-killing chaos.
Mississippi owned and operated, the image specialist in Southern Duplicating is Mississippi's only full-line Kyocera dealer. Kyocera's full-line copiers, printer, and faxes offer robust work solutions while offering industry-leading lowest total cost of ownership, offering rental, leasing, and purchasing options. Let the image specialist in Southern Duplicating help grow your business.
Millions of girls are told they're pretty, but not many end up becoming a model. Even fewer decide to put their face in front of someone who wants to rearrange it. And now, instead of fighting for a cover shot, I'm fighting for gold. I'm Michaela Mayer, and I'm one of a kind.
Abraham's in historic downtown Cleveland has clothed the Delta since 1979. Shirts, sweaters, and khakis. My Southern Tide and Polo are favorites on all college campuses. Costa sunglasses with mountain khakis and jeans. My Big Star, True Religion, and Silver. Abraham's has a large assortment of the North Face and Patagonia outerwear for men, women, and children. Cole Haan and Tom shoes, plus the finest tie collection in Mississippi. Team up with dress shirts by Polo and Ike Behar. Abraham's carries a large inventory of fine suits and sport coats by Ralph Lauren, S. Cohen, and Abraham's own private label. Abraham's in historic downtown Cleveland.
I've swum my entire life, probably from about age 2, learned to swim lessons, and competitively I started racing outside of a novice level at age 8. I set up a profile on a website called berecruited.com, and I found Delta State on that website. I got in touch with the coach and we started communicating via email. I chose to come and swim and study here at Delta State. I guess I really enjoyed the coach and we built up a really good relationship over just emailing and Skype. And he would pull the Skype webcam across to the swimming pool and I fell in love with the swimming pool. And once I saw it, I thought if I have to spend 4 hours a day in a pool, that's the pool that I want to spend it in. We just got a new scoreboard and coach plays music and we can watch music videos and movies, so it makes training interesting. I'm an international business and marketing major. Then once I'm done with school, I still would like to do grad school and get my MBA. And once I've completed all my studies, I think I'd like to travel and then finally get a job back home in South Africa. I have 3 brothers. Kyle, Craig, and Sean. I'm the youngest, so they're all older than I am. So growing up was a lot of fun. I was bullied a little bit, but it's made me tough now. I'm the only one in the family who swims. During high school, I played hockey, field hockey. I really enjoyed that, and athletics, but predominantly just high jump. I think a good teammate would be somebody who's supportive and encouraging, and they must be a hard worker themselves, and probably somebody who's fun. I mean, the team spends a lot of time together. Before every race, I like to hold my breath for about 10 seconds. I sort of starve my lungs of oxygen just to prepare them for what it's going to feel like during the race. And then right before I climb up on the block and the umpire blows the whistle, I jump up and down 3 times. I think extroverted. I can become quite vocal and loud, especially during practice. My favorite athlete would probably be Penny Haynes. She was a South African breaststroker who made it to the Olympics and medaled. And when I was back in high school and primary school, she came and gave talks to the swim team. And to this day, I still remember most of what she said to us. I love traveling. I've been to Germany and all parts of South Africa. That's something that I want to do more of. Once I finish school, I'd like to travel more in Europe. I'd probably want to go to Paris if the language barrier wasn't a problem. I enjoy listening to Imagine Dragons, the script, and probably Fits in the Tantrums. My ultimate favorite movie would be Matilda. I enjoy when she discovers how to control her powers and she's in the living room and she's controlling the lights and the music and the curtains, the blinds with her brain. That's pretty cool. The Secret. It was a good book, very interesting, and it helped me apply most of the principles that I learned in it to swimming and my life in general. Danny Meerholz, Swimming and Diving, Junior, Johannesburg, South Africa. Student, athlete, lady statesman, united in green.
Abraham's in historic downtown Cleveland has clothed the Delta since 1979. Shirts, sweaters, and khakis. My Southern Tide and Polo are favorites on all college campuses. Costa sunglasses with mountain khakis and jeans. My Big Star, True Religion, and Silver. Abraham's has a large assortment of the North Face and Patagonia outerwear for men, women, and children. Cole Haan and Tom shoes, plus the finest tie collection in Mississippi. Team up with dress shirts by Polo and Ike Behar. Abraham's carries a large inventory of fine suits and sport coats by Ralph Lauren, S. Cohen, and Abraham's own private label. Abraham's in historic downtown Cleveland.
North Sunflower Medical Center in Ruleville is your full-service healthcare provider. Whether it's an emergency, wound care, daily preventative health screening, swing bed and outpatient rehabilitation, to our outstanding staff and team of surgeons, you'll find we treat the whole you. North Sunflower Medical Center has become the Delta's leader in providing complete, quality medical services to residents and visitors of Sunflower County and beyond. Come by and see why people say, "Take me to Ruleville."
Millions of people grow up in a family of immigrants. But not everyone stops at nothing to reach their dream. Even fewer have the patience, passion, and perseverance to achieve success. A dream is for those who sleep. I live mine. I'm Pitbull, and I'm one of a kind. Darling.
As an economist, I meet with many business leaders who just don't understand the true cost of documents. Unmanaged fleets, dysfunctional workflow, it's chaos. It's profit-killing chaos.
Mississippi owned and operated, the image specialist in Southern Duplicating is Mississippi's only full-line Kyocera dealer. Kyocera's full-line copiers, printer, and faxes offer robust work solutions while offering industry-leading lowest total cost of ownership, offering rental, leasing, and purchasing options. Let the image specialist in Southern Duplicating help grow your business.
It's kind of like everyone sees me as a really athletic person as far as like workouts and stuff, but really I'm horrible at everything besides baseball, track, and powerlifting. Like basketball, I can't dribble, I can't shoot, I can jump, that's about it. Any other sport, just really not that great at. The first sports I kind of started actually were baseball. My dad is like a baseball fanatic. Like he excelled in football, and I think he got a few college offers for football. But like his love's always been baseball, so he pushed that to me at a very young age. And so like we have like videos of me like in a shirt, and I'm small now, so I was super small as a kid, and like the shirt goes down to my ankles, and where it's like soft pitch. So that was probably the youngest. That was probably the thing I started first was baseball, and then as I grew up, my parents didn't want me really to play tackle football. My mom's a nurse. It freaks her out. I'm already injury prone, broken like 10 bones. So I wasn't even really allowed to till like high school. And by then I was just kind of out of it. So I played flag football one year when I was real little. Tried basketball in junior high. Played for half a game. Kind of hurt my knee and said, that's it. I'm not good at this anyway. And then I did track. Once I got into high school, I was doing track, powerlifting, and baseball. And then I stopped powerlifting after, I planned on doing it my sophomore year. I did it my freshman year, went to regionals. Planned on doing it my sophomore year, but then like my knees were kind of bothering me, so I said, it's enough of that, and just stuck to track and baseball. And now it's just baseball. Yeah, how to make it here. I was just, during the summer I would travel and do like showcases or like playing tournaments. And I was up at a Perfect Game showcase, and a White Sox scout that's real good friends with Coach Kennison saw me and said, hey, I got this coach in Cleveland. And then he mentioned Mississippi. At first I thought he was talking about like Cleveland. But, and he likes lefties that are fast, so next thing you know, I got a call from Coach Kennison, came and visited, signed. And a good teammate, someone that, first off, if you work hard, that's kind of how you gain my respect. If I see you always pushing, even if you're not the best, if I see you pushing hard or something, that's kind of what pops out in my mind. Someone that always fights to be the best they can be, doesn't let things get them down and stay down, they fight through it. Pre-game superstitions. Me, like, I don't like to think it was a superstition, but I know I always end up doing it in like the back of my mind. I know it's one. But like my warm-up routine, right before the game, I've got to like go out into the outfield, like do like sideways bounds both ways, then like go to the fence or do some like fake breaks, like work on my sprain, and then go to the fence and like do some leg swings with a squat. And then last year I had Mo Grant, and I could give, we'd always like, you know, give each other a high five and then go to the dugout. He always did it with me. So I'm going to have to find someone to replace him this year. But I guess that's my superstition. So I just graduated this past summer with my undergrad in exercise science, and hopefully by the end of this semester, I'll be graduating with my human performance degree. Well, hopefully I'll win the lottery by then and I won't have to work. But that's been my plan. But if I do have to work, I'll probably, for like a start-off job, try and go back to where I did my internship, which was like a fitness facility, and see if they'll let me have a job there. I knew this one was going to come, and I couldn't narrow it down. Like ever, like in the history of time. In the history of time, favorite athlete, and a lot of people don't know about it, is like Jim Thorpe, from way back in the day, just because he was so good at everything. And then, of course, like, I really find people that like excel in multiple things pretty interesting. So like Bo Jackson or someone like that was just like a freak and awesome at anything he tried. So those are kind of my favorite athletes. What kind of music do I like to listen to? Pretty diverse. I don't really like so much new country, more like the 90s country. And then like I'm big into working out, so workout music, anything rock, hardcore rock, so like Stone Sour, Disturbed. I've done a little Slipknot every now and then to get really pumped up, but stuff like that. My favorite movies, definitely an action guy, so any war type movies, Saving Private Ryan. I want to see that, what's it, the Lone Survivor. I want to go see Lone Survivor. And then comedies, like, what was it, Step Brothers, just stupid stuff like that. I like to go like fishing or hunting. Hobby, as far as like in the summer, I do CrossFit and stuff. I'm big into that. That's about it. I play video games every now and then. I like to travel all right. Cars, if I'm in them for too long, I go a little antsy. I like to move around and stuff, and I get a little locked up in them. But I do like to travel. I haven't really traveled to many cool places actually, once I think about it. But I've been to like Florida. I've been to Las Vegas when I was really little. We drove all the way there. Where would I like to go to? It'd be cool to visit some of the Puerto Rican players down in Puerto Rico, and then just like South Africa, Australia, stuff like that. I have one younger brother, Tyler. He went off to Texas A&M Kingsville to run track, but he's been having some knee problems, so he's done with that right now, and just focusing on, I guess, lifting the weights and getting big and going to school. My mom always says we were pretty good as a group. I mean, I remember sometimes we would fight, but for the most part, it always gave me someone to go like work out with or run around with, so I wasn't always like by myself because we lived off in the middle of nowhere. Craziest stupid thing that never got me arrested. What? Almost got arrested. We climbed up this big mountain at a park, and of course when you get to the top of the mountain you throw rocks off it. And apparently the rocks we were throwing were landing near a picnic area. But really we weren't. And in the picnic area it had signs, watch for falling rocks, except these were being thrown, so I guess that doesn't count. But, and next thing you know, a park ranger shows up there, takes us down the mountain. We got in trouble, but it ended up being all right. Probably more of an introvert. I'm not too loud and out. I can be under the right circumstances, but for the most part, I kind of sit back, analyze situations. Jordan Chovanec, baseball, center field, number 3, graduate student, Inez, Texas. Student, athlete, statesman, united in green.